Hey guys, I'm on a road trip and I simply enjoy a road trip, especially these solo, alone road trips for thousands of kilometers, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 kilometers. I really love those kind of road trips. And I've been taking a road trip for forever that I can remember. Earlier, I used to take a road trip on my bike. Later, I began taking road trips in my car. Even nowadays, if I have an option, I take a road trip on a bike. I've done a road trip even on my bicycle, and it's just amazingly adventurous what you get on a road trip. And I have taken road trips in many regions of the world, not just India. I have hitchhiked through Japan. I have cycled through some regions of China. I've taken road trips in Europe. I've taken road trips in US, Africa. But of course, India offers you some of the best options for road trips. The road network so beautifully interconnected, the national highways and state highways, and they're all generally in a good condition. So within 200 or 300 kilometers, you can be on your own, with your own thoughts, with your own vehicle, your bike or a car, and be alone with yourselves, And I thought, why not talk about what a road trip offers to you in life? And I'll talk about that in today's episode as I'm on the road doing a road trip. So welcome to another episode of Careertainment, your favorite career resource channel for professional managers, entrepreneurs, and students. And my name is Vikram Limsay. So like I was saying, what do I really like about road trip? I was thinking that the main thing that comes to my mind about a road trip is that to me, a road trip replicates life. In fact, life is nothing but a road trip, and I'm sure many of you will agree, right? And if you look at it conversely, even a road trip is a simulator for life, right? For example, you can bring any challenges or questions that you're facing in life and go on a multi-day alone time road trip and try to use the road trip as a simulator, and I'll explain to you how in a minute or so, and you'll find the kind of perspectives that you get to solve those issues are just amazing. Probably the reason that happens is because your faculties are full-on engaged during a road trip. After all, in your workaday routine, even your faculties are working in a paradigm, right, in a straitjacket manner. But when you're on a road trip, they're full-on engaged. And not just the routine faculties that you're used to, even some new faculties emerge that you were surprised that even existed within you. And you say that, wow, I didn't know I had this in me. And then suddenly you start using that. And when you go back to your workplace or your life, you start using that new faculty and suddenly life changes. Yeah, that's what really happens when you start using a road trip as a simulator or look at life as just another road trip. I'll give you a small example. One of the statements or phrases that you must be commonly hearing, which even I heard or I've said so many times, is enjoy the journey and forget about the destination. But what does that really mean in a workaday routine? Because you may be surprised. And of course, the perspective is right. If somebody says that, hey, what do you mean forget the destination? After all, we need to have a goal or a plan or an objective to reach somewhere. Only then, the career becomes fruitful. Well, that's one perspective. But what are those destinations or plans that we make for ourselves in our life and in our career? Common ones, right? Professional achievement, making money, everybody wants to be a billionaire, designation, so on and so forth. That's the kind of destination points that we have. And we get so much involved in those destinations that we forget about the journey that we are going to be taking towards achieving that destination. But if you take that statement and try to understand this whole thing about what do you mean by forgetting the destination and take it to a road trip, you might find a solution. And each of us will find our own perspective, right? For example, to me, when I think about a destination when I'm on a road trip, I don't make a specific destination plan. I generally say, I want to go in a general direction, let's say southbound, right? And I make a very broad, large goal or a destination that I need to move towards south. And then I'm not so particular about which road am I going to take. And that's my plan all the time, and that's how I look at forgetting the destination, because I take any road and then reach generally in that direction, at the end of the day reach where I want to be. That's the way I treat forgetting the destination. So when I bring it back to life, I think taking a leaf out of what I just said, if you have very large goals, very large objectives, then it helps. If you have specific goals and specific objectives, then you may end up with a problem. But then there could be a perspective of what is a large goal or what is a broad goal. Everybody has a different perspective. So here's what I thought. We've always heard that the universe conspires in helping you achieve your intent or objective. But if your objective and intent is very small, I'm certain the universe is not going to waste its time, conspiring to help you in your intent. For example, if your greatest goal in life is to, leave smoking, the universe is going to say, hey, listen, take care of it yourselves. I'm not wasting my time in conspiring to help you leave smoking. Take care of smoking or leaving drinking on your own. Similarly, when you look at it from a universe's perspective, even these destination objectives that you have, for example, money, career, profession, designations, even that from a universe's point of view may appear very small, and the universe may say that, hey, quite honestly, these are routine destinations. There are 7 billion people in the world. All of them have one, so I'm not going to be conspiring to help each of them achieve that intent. So it might help if you really taking a leaf out of that destination point that I mentioned during a road trip, make a very large, broad goal. Like, for example, engaging with humanity, helping some people, or taking care of the environment. If you have a large goal in mind and then using your profession, your job, your business to achieve that is really the journey and not the goal. Using that to achieve that final destination, then the universe will get engaged with you and say that, hey, now your goal seems to be much larger than life, different from the 7 billion people. It's a much larger goal, and I'm going to spend some time aligning with your intent, and the universe will then conspire to help you achieve your intent. So that's the learning that I get from a road trip for my life. Second thing is about enjoying the journey. After all, what does it mean? Enjoying the journey. It's just another phrase. But again, when you are on a road trip, you can enjoy the journey in your own way. Some of you may want to stop at various destinations, just look around, take in the place, etc. So, if you apply that back to your career, you might want to take some breaks in your career, and that's enjoying the journey for you. Certain other people may want, to taste various flavors, the food available, the flora, the fauna. It keeps changing, the colors keep changing. So they may want to enjoy different flavors of a road trip. Taking it back to your professional life, maybe there are some of you, if you like that, maybe then in your career, you like to do different things. Sometimes you want to do a multifunctional role. Sometimes you might want to do multi-industry roles. You might want to do some other things, So basically, you like many flavors, and that's what a road trip is hinting at. For me, for example, I love to take these small by-lanes. For example, I don't like to take the expressway. Just because the expressway is available to you does not mean you put the accelerator on full pedal and just reach your destination faster. I don't like that. So for me, enjoying the journey means taking any by-lane. Yeah, and the GPS helps nowadays. So, I take any by lane and reach my destination, or that broad destination. That's what. So maybe in life, if you're also tuned to that, taking any by lane so that you enjoy your journey, maybe even in your career, you could take a by lane. If you're on the expressway of your career, maybe you can take a detour into entrepreneurship. Take a detour into maybe self-employed professional, or if you're a businessman, you could take a detour into some NGO or social service. The road trip will give you a hint as to what you really enjoy, and if you try to replicate that in life, I'm quite certain you're going to love it. One more thing, I find when I'm on a road trip and properly exercise, of course, the car is well maintained, the air pressure is good, the fuel is all tanked up. I even have my Brompton bicycle behind in my boot because it helps me. I park my car, I go on a bike ride sometimes. I've got my travel golf kit with me. I've got my golf clubs are there. So wherever I stop, I get a game of golf. So that's my perspective of accessorizing my road trip. Each one of us, like I said, has a different perspective of accessorizing your road trip. But if you take that back into life, how does one accessorize your life? Now, I like to give an example, take a leaf out of my road trip experiences. That I like to accessorize my life with, good physical health, good mental health, friends, laughter. After all, these are the kind of accessories in your life. So if you also will find some hints in your road trip of how to accessorize your road trip, you might like a certain way to accessorize your road trip. Take that. That's giving you a hint how to accessorize your life. Friends, some people want to accessorize it with experiences. Some people may want to accessorize it with things. Some people may want to accessorize it with people. A road trip can be used as a simulator to offer insights for life. I hope you've enjoyed this short video. I'll get on with my road trip. But the road is beautiful. I don't know where I'm going. I know I'm going southbound. I'll reach somewhere, and when I reach there, I'll shoot another video. See you again. Bye for now.